Hi, welcome to my channel, Little Nature Art. I'm Lily, and today I'm going to be drawing one of my betta fish, Fenton, today in colored pencil, and then also in the background I'm going to be talking about why I'm spending 6 weeks with limited to no cell service or internet, and then also like what that means for my artwork, especially starting a new year with optimistic resolutions potentially. So let's get started. So before I get into just babbling on about what we're going to be doing these 6 weeks, I just kind of wanted to explain where I'm at in the drawing. So far I've just done a really base outline of Fenton, my betta fish, kind of a mix between a reference photo I'd taken him and then also a live observation to get the angle I wanted. So if you are drawing along with me, feel free to pause and just kind of catch up on this outline. So I'm using Prismacolor colored pencils, and all I did was a little bit of light shading on the body and then around the eye. So he's kind of a fun colored betta fish. He's got like a really nice rich purple body, and then the base of his fins are deep red, and then the ends of his fins are white. So I don't know, I haven't seen too many betta fish colored like him, I guess, but I think he's just super cute and quite the little distinguished gentleman. So yeah, I guess that will just be going on, and feel free to leave any questions about anything I'm doing or about what I did or colors or whatever in the comments if you want. But otherwise, yeah, so it's the 6 weeks here. I'm currently like 2 weeks into the 6 weeks, so far it's going pretty well. But I'm getting my master's right now in wildlife and conservation biology, and I'm studying the moose population in New Hampshire. So, and part of that, one of my field seasons in the winter is flying drones with a thermal imaging sensor over different moose habitat to try to get build a population model for how many moose and like where they're spending the most time. And then we're also kind of doing like a proof of concept, I guess, if this will necessarily even work to study moose this way. But either way, the field sites are in the northern reaches of the state where cell service can be spotty in general, but then specifically the field housing that I'm staying at has no service in the house, I guess, and no like Wi-Fi or either. So like if I can send some text if I walk out the door and go like to like this parking lot just a little bit down the road, like I get enough to send like somewhat consistent texts, but like it's not enough to load like email or anything, which has been somewhat nice in a way, because then since I am in the field and we're having really long days anyways, I'm falling behind on a lot of emails anyways, but then also the fact that now I don't even have service kind of makes me feel a little bit less guilty about not responding to a lot of the emails I've been getting. I'm not trying to do like a 6-week like social media detox or anything, but it's kind of it's kind of ended up working out that way, I guess, just because of the fact that I am spending pretty much 6 days a week without having any access to, like, say, internet or like cell service. So it's been nice in that sense, just because I wouldn't probably normally prioritize doing that, but the amount of time I save not just like doom scrolling on Instagram, it's pretty impressive. But I guess on the other side of that, I'm spending that time at 4 a.m. standing out in the cold and snow looking for moose. But can't have everything, and to me that is something I would like. Getting to do field work is just really important to me, so I'm really loving that. But I had just kind of tried to like recommit myself to drawing every day. So like that was like in kind of going the last weekish of November going into December. I was doing really well with it, but hitting the start of the field season like right at the beginning of January definitely broke the habit that I was trying desperately to form. So somehow like I guess that's what I'm gonna kind of talk about more probably in my next video, where I'm going to be drawing, like I said, my other betta fish marmalade. And I'll talk over like my art goals for 2023, and then I say it's been a little bit of a bumpy start. I think the thing that I've noticed the most is I've been trying to post on Instagram a little bit more regularly as well, or more. YouTube, I'm still kind of trying to figure out, right? But Instagram I've been pretty consistent there, and like I said, December I was feeling really proud of myself, and then hitting this field season without any internet service to like upload posts, and then also just working such long hours and not really having definitely the energy to like necessarily create something new, and then not really wanting to maybe like I don't know, even like have time to like cycle through old photos to like get ready to post if I can find service. So far I haven't found a system to do that. So yeah, having kind of like the internet taken away from me based off of, you know, service limitations, I don't mind that too much. I guess it's more just the nature of intensive field work is you don't have a lot of time. So, you know, like like if I'm spending 60 hours a week doing my research, I'm not spending a lot of time drawing, I guess. But it's been kind of fun though, in general. But I just hoping that now that we got kind of over the big rush of me trying to figure out what I was actually doing, learn how to fly a drone, figure out some sort of schedule, hopefully I can settle into a little bit more of a relaxed pace and at least start drawing again if posting regularly doesn't really come back up until, you know, the end of February, whenever I wrap up this field season. I'm fine with that, and you know, I think anything more than that might be an unreasonable expectation for myself. For any of you that are interested though, if you have more questions about the actual, like, you know, science of the field work too, I'd be happy to answer any questions about it, but I don't want to, you know, go on about that here since this is my art channel. But we have gotten some really cute videos of moose where usually, right, we're just flying like 100 meters up and it's just a thermal, like a heat image, so we can detect the moose. But to kind of like ground truth it, we zoomed in with like the optical camera, and from like 100 meters up we could see that this one moose we were flying over had a GPS collar and it had ear tags, and we could actually like see its jaw like as it was browsing and like chewing on some twigs. So it's been a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, like some really unique experiences and chances to do what I love, you know, being out in nature and working with animals. I also love drawing, so I haven't been getting to do that, but I've been getting to be outside. So that's where I'm kind of at right now. So we're about like 2 weeks in, but I have another long 4 weeks in front of me for this research, and I'm just not exactly sure how my time management. I mean, I have good time management, but there's only so much you can do, right, when you're driving like 3 hours to the field sites and just working the whole day. But yeah, I don't know, I've been bringing my sketchbook, so that way if I have like an evening where I'm not just going to bed right after I finish eating, I'm hoping to start sneaking in some drawing time. If any of you guys have experiences with trying to, like, you know, like I think a big thing we talk about, right, is trying to make time to draw and like figure out how to prioritize what we actually want to be doing. And I think it's still a skill I'm learning. So if any of you guys have experiences with that, or if my situation reminds you of maybe anything you've gone through, I'd love to hear about it. Yeah, so if you would like to share, I'd be really interested to read some comments about that. Maybe like how you found some like balance, or how you just kind of maybe just, you know, pushed through it and then was really happy to return to doing your more normal like routine, you know, when whatever it was that you're doing passed. Yeah, I guess that's all I really have to say about that. Just looking at where I'm at in the drawing now, I'm putting in some of the final colors, just trying to make it a little bit more vibrant, because like the way I usually do colored pencils is kind of block out the areas where each color will go pretty lightly in case I want to try to change it or shift it or if something's not quite looking right. But then I go back in with another layer or two and gradually start pushing harder, leaving kind of more saturating the paper with the pigment fully instead of leaving as much of the paper showing. I kind of feel like it's also like me feeling confident, be like, yes, this is where I want these colors, and it kind of, you know, like what's the word I'm looking for? Finalizing, I guess, where everything's gonna go. I always just really like that part of the drawing process because it turns the colors and everything from kind of being wishy-washy to just really like looking alive and colorful. So it's always a pretty special part for me. Yeah. So I guess I don't really have that much else to say, I guess. So I'm gonna just be quiet and turn up the music a little bit, and just kind of enjoy like these colors starting to pop a little bit, having fun with just such a cute little fish. I love them so much. I have 2 betta fish right now and 7 Julie Cory catfish, who at this point in time I have my 2 betta fish on this page, so I'm going to be adding my Julie Corys to the bottom soon, sometime next project, I guess. Okay, perfect. This time I'm actually going to go. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed seeing my process for drawing Fenton, my betta fish, and I'm going to be posting another video of me drawing my other betta fish, Marmalade, and so check that out when it gets posted. So turn on the subscribe notifications so you'll know when I post it, and in that video I'm going to talk about what specifically my resolutions are for this upcoming year. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like it if you enjoyed it, and please comment down below like what your thoughts are going into 2023 and what you're hoping to accomplish. Thanks again.